This is the deadliest bride in the world. If you've never heard of her, you're in for a shock. She didn't just stand by her husband El Chapo. She helped him run a massive criminal empire that made him billions. And she was just as brutal and vicious as him. But you won't believe what she's doing now, because she's back in the spotlight in a way nobody saw coming. So who is Emma Coronel? How did she go from a small town girl to El Chapo's partner in crime? And why is she grabbing headlines again? Stick around. This story is about to get really disturbing. Emma Coronel Espiro was born in California but grew up in a remote part of Mexico. Her family was connected to the drug trade, so she was around the Sinaloa cartel from a young age. At 18, she entered a beauty pageant, and that's where she met Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. El Chapo wasn't just any guy. He was the leader of the Sinaloa cartel, a drug organization responsible for smuggling massive amounts of drugs into the U.S. Even though he was much older than Emma, the two got married. They had twin daughters and lived what looked like a family life. But behind the scenes, Emma was deep in the cartel's business. Her role? She acted as a messenger for El Chapo while he was locked up in Mexico. She helped him pass orders to his associates and stay in control of his empire from behind bars. In 2015, when El Chapo escaped from prison through a tunnel dug under his cell, many believe Emma was involved. She allegedly helped organize the plan, which involved everything from smuggling in a GPS watch to coordinating his movements after the escape. But the cartel life caught up to her. In 2021, Emma was sentenced in the U.S. and charged with drug trafficking, money laundering, and conspiracy. In court, she pleaded guilty to helping her husband's cartel. She was sentenced to 3 years in prison but served only 2. In 2023, she was released early for good behavior and transferred to a halfway house. You'd think she'd disappear after that, right? Nope. Emma did the opposite. Her next move? Fashion Week. In 2024, Emma made a shocking comeback by walking the runway at Milan Fashion Week. She modeled for April Black Diamond, a designer who said the show was about second chances. She opened and closed the show, making a big statement about reinventing herself. And that was just the start. She also showed up at charity events like the Miss Guatemala USA Gala in California. There, she supported a program for children in need, trying to show a softer, kinder side. But not everyone is buying it. Critics say Emma is using her notoriety to stay famous. Her connection to the Sinaloa cartel is still a big part of her image, and some think she's profiting from her dark past. So, what's the truth? Is Emma Coronel really a changed woman? Or is this just a new chapter in her wild story? One thing's for sure, she's not going away anytime soon. From a small town girl to a cartel queen to a runway model, Emma's life is nothing short of extraordinary. And whatever happens next, you know people will be watching.